What's up, guys? It's Elliot with Coin A Geek. Hey, I'm pretty excited because they just released some new information about Resident Evil Village, which is Resident Evil 8 essentially. And I'm pretty pumped about it because I thought Resident Evil 7 was fairly good, even for having switched up the genre and gone to first person, sort of moved away from the traditional third person survival horror that we're used to. The new game seems to be following something similar. We've seen some previews, some trailers before, but this looks to be more of an actual like expose on it. Let's show some gameplay, to show some story. I haven't actually watched any of the conference yet, so I'm excited to watch it with you guys and react for the very first time. I did, however, peep a few bits of information, so I already know that the launch date is sometime in May, if I remember correctly. Also, that there's now a demo on PlayStation 5 that you can download and play. I have not touched it yet, so all of this is pretty fresh. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look and see what we think. All right, so we're going to watch the story trailer first. There's a couple different trailers, as I found out. There's the story trailer, and then there's a gameplay trailer. So let's look at the story trailer first and see what we think.
Hey now, think positively.
That's always a good plan. Oh, snap. And I'll be honest, I don't remember a lot about Resident Evil 7 in terms of the story. So I don't know if this picks up right after it, or... But it does appear that Chris Redfield's in it, because he was shown off in one of the teasers. This is a really compressed video, so I know I have it on 1080p. See? I like that we're getting back to a bit of the mansion feel.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg.
This is cool.
Because he
Kind of turn of the century
and is already proven too much
Titanic,
for my
early
when I find
30s look.
No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down.
Anytime somebody has a real proper name like that, like Mother Miranda, you always better worry, especially if it's on a horror game.
Can someone please?
I gotta get a better version of this video.
No. The place is full of nothing but blood and death.
Ooh. Okay, first person action, like we're used to, or what we were expecting. Oh boy. Okay, okay. Those are cool. Oh, hi there. Dude. Okay, that's Chris right there. He always gets caught up in the worst stuff.
Ethan Winters. There you are.
I don't like it. Village Resident Evil. I like how they work the number 8 into the title.
Let's see what you're really made of. Ethan Winters.
Dude, that guy looks straight out of Bloodborne. Oh, that was an odd trailer. That was a really odd end to that. That was pretty cool looking. I mean, it definitely set an atmosphere for what we can expect. Obviously, we knew that there was going to be a mansion involved because they showed that off in the initial teaser trailer. We saw some of Chris Redfield there. I really like those creepy guys that looked like they were coming at us slowly, kind of the hooded figures. Zombie-ish, almost, I don't know. Zombies and ghouls are kind of different, right? But they looked, I don't know, just very kind of otherworldly in that way. And so... pretty neat so far. It definitely gave me the shivers. I'm excited to see what this gameplay reveal looks like. So let's pop over to that. All right. Hopefully this won't be such an awkward video. Let's take a look.
Exclusive first look at Resident Evil Village gameplay.
Okay, so we know it's first person. There we go.
Just like in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, you'll be taking control of Ethan Winters.
Nice.
You'll make your way from the village to the castle. Players will need to get in and search for their kidnapped
Okay, Ethan Winters, was he in the first
As
one?
you've noticed by now,
I'm sorry, I'm
Resident Evil Village
dumb.
keeps the first-person perspective. We think it really draws players into the detailed world we've created.
It's interesting considering all the success that they had with Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 3 remake that they're continuing with the first-person perspective here. Dude, that looks awesome. I just got to pause that. Dude, the detail in here looks fantastic. I think this is both a PS4 and a PS5 game. I read that somewhere on Twitter. But even so, man, the lighting in there looks spectacular. Sorry, if you hear dishes clanging in the outside, my wife's getting dinner ready.
Come to life here.
We got to get a better video than this at some point. Super compressed.
Into creating a truly authentic feel. From art design to technology, everything ties in great and creates some beautiful visuals.
Yeah, that's no doubt. I thought Resident Evil 7 looked really good too. I'm trying to fix my speakers.
Now it's time to meet some of the cast.
Okay, what? They just like
expect, a warm welcome's not really
appear out of flies? There's something a little different than just the umbrella virus. Oh, gosh.
Man blood.
Oh, dude, this is everything straight out of a nightmare.
Now,
Oh my
let's
goodness.
take a look at him. Well, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you?
Is that you, Rose?
Let's see how special you are.
Titanic?
Shifting gears a bit, we're finally going to show off some combat.
Now, the enemy...
It's not just about shooting. Guarding will also be an important part of the game.
Okay, you shot him and a sword just appeared. Is that how you guard from those zombie things? Those ghouls? It's such an interesting vibe to this.
Each type of enemy has
They got
their own
that, like,
distinct way of fighting.
medieval
So you
look.
can change up your strategy to defeat them.
That thing looks creepy as heck. And now we're going all Dark Souls /
Everyone knows what to do
Bloodborne
with red barrels,
with the
right?
giant hammer.
Some of you will remember
The
a similar
gameplay looks
system
okay.
in Resident Evil 4. This time around, we've added crafting, which allows you to create.
I still think this game
first
works
aid
best in
and
third
ammo.
person, at least for combat.
There's also an assortment of weapons to find and utilize throughout the game.
I do have to give them props though, because Resident Evil 7 was quite good even in first person. So maybe they'll improve on it. That's the hope.
I've been waiting for you, Mr.
Here comes me in the morning.
How do you know my name?
Anyone has heard of the likes of you.
Oh boy.
The merchant makes a return. This time he's known as the Duke.
What are you
You'll
buying?
be going to him to buy and sell weapons.
What
amongst
are you
others.
selling?
The director wanted to give him a unique look, and you'll often find him in different situations each time you encounter him. He's an interesting fella.
I like that Capcom is doing okay with experimenting being a bit more
Smash away with a
supernatural.
trusty knife. There's plenty of items to find in your travel.
Even though, I mean, I guess zombies are somewhat supernatural, right? But I think about zombies and then ghosts and ghouls kind of in a different category.
Do you hear that?
Maybe I shouldn't, but I think
And we've
like
also
zombies
got
feel like
extra
their own
objectives
thing
outside of the main ones.
because it's a little bit more close to reality in some ways, I
Without
suppose.
saying that there'll be plenty of puzzles to solve for players to move forward. Oh, and
But this looks so
plenty of surprises to keep you on your toes.
fantastical in a lot of ways. Like that thing, that cloud of whatever they are, flies, doesn't make any sense in terms of the Resident Evil lore that we know. And then just like this apparition. So it's kind of just expanding. Oh. The first person though does give it even more of a sense of horror. And
That's one way to end the video. Now that we've shown you what's in store for Resident Evil Village, let's take a look at the exclusive
okay,
PlayStation 5 demo.
here's the demo I talked about earlier, which I have not played yet. See, Resident Evil 7 had like a demo for the game as well.
For this demo, players won't be playing as Ethan, but as a character we're referring to as the Maiden.
And it was like a little separate side story, and that's
Unlike the actual
it looks like this.
this experience doesn't feature combat or even
Oh, so it's not really a demo. Well, I wondered about that. Excuse me. They just said it was a visual demo. Which means I guess you just kind of, it's sort of like an interactive movie.
We're hoping to have players get a real feel for the visuals and audio as they take the maiden on her journey to find a way out of the castle. And you can download the exclusive demo on PlayStation 5 today.
That's what I'm
Of course,
saying.
we want as many people as possible to get a chance to play. So we'll have a separate new demo available on all platforms, ready for sometime this spring.
Okay. These videos are ending really strangely. So let's talk about it really quickly. Things I liked. I really like the atmosphere. I think it's a cool aesthetic they're going for with this sort of, it's probably Victorian, I feel, maybe. It's sort of old school, turn of the century vibe, even though this game does take place in modern day. So I'm guessing there are probably some ghosts or things of the like that have passed away or that are haunting or maybe never even really died and are now like maybe guardians of this particular home. But really cool as far as that's concerned. The graphics look good, even though I know it's going to be a cross-generational platform. I'm concerned about the gameplay a little bit. I wasn't really thrilled with what they showed off. It looked fairly standard and a little bit stiff, but I don't remember hating the gameplay in Resident Evil 7. I think the thing for Resident Evil 7 that got boring for me was that the monotonous creatures, they just kept having the same kind of creature appear over and over again. So for me, if they can keep at least a similar gameplay as Resident Evil 7 and they can mix up the monsters a little bit more, then I'll be perfectly satisfied as a Resident Evil sort of casual fan. But I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you guys have gotten your hands on the gameplay yet for the trailer, the demo rather, for the PS5, I'm curious what you think about the fact that it's exclusive. Does that bother you? I did hear that obviously he mentioned that there are other demos coming along later for everyone else, so that's pretty cool as well. Everybody's going to get a chance to play it in some form here pretty soon. But I'm stoked. I love Resident Evil. It's always been one of my favorite games, so I'm pumped to see what else comes out of this. But drop your comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out this channel a lot, helps me out, gives me an ego boost, which of course I desperately need. As you can see, I'm wearing a hat because I'm massively insecure. So until next time, guys, I will see you later, and we'll leave a coin on the cabinet for you. Peace out.